Guys, what is that in front of you? It's the Kaiser Drop Bear. I know I'm kind of behind the power curve. Most people have already seen this, but I was not a fan of it just based on looks, and I was absolutely wrong. So don't judge a book by its cover. Let's turn this around and look at this awesome, awesome knife. All right, guys, like I said in the intro, this is the Kaiser Drop Bear. Jared basically gave me a bunch of his points that he had on Mojave knives to order a bunch of stuff for the channel. And this is one of the ones I got. And I gotta say, this one is one of the ones that impressed me out of the ones that came. So let's do some quick size comparisons real quick. Your first knife's gonna be the Artisan Sea Snake, designed by yours truly, and I don't know why it looks like my lens is dirty, even though it's not. Small little fixed blade, so you can see this is not a very big knife in comparison to other knives. Your next knife's going to be the Benchmade 940, a knife that most people are going to have a point of reference when it comes to size, so you can see this is not a real big knife. And then, as always, your final knife is going to be the Chris Reese Sebenza Large 21, one of my favorite knives of all time. You can see this is a good bit bigger. Well, a good bit longer, I should say. It's not dimensionally larger. So let's get this out of here, and I'll talk to you guys about the things that I found about this knife, because I really like it. Guys, like I said, I've found very little bad about this knife today. So let's talk about the good things I found. It is first day in pockets. A lot of times there are some small things that may change. I don't know on this one because there's so little that I've found, but everything else seems to be great. This is the Drop Bear, done in 154 cm. It's done in a spear point blade, which is beautifully done. Not too horrible thickness on the blade stock, and it comes down to about the Goldilocks zone on behind the edge thickness on this one. I like. It's a little bit more robust than a lot of other knives. You got aluminum handles that are done with a gorgeous hard coat anodizing, which is basically what they do is they form aluminum oxide on the outside of the aluminum on the surface, and then they basically dye it black. Black liners. Pocket clip is a fairly deep carry pocket clip. You can see it's already been in pocket. It's got some scuffs and scratches, but really good so far. Action on it, whether you're slow rolling it with the thumb stud, whether you're releasing the axis lock, taking it off pressure and just snapping it open, snapping it shut, is great. You can thumb flip it, and it is really good. There's zero blade play in this, any direction. There is nothing. The axis lock, the sliding bar lock, marrying up nice and clean, and there's a good bit of spring tension on it. Now, those springs will break down over time, and you may have to replace them, but right now, really, really good tension on that. And like I said, good looking knife. Now, in hand, it is very comfortable. I have found no hot spots on this knife, even with a deep carry pocket clip. And a lot of times a deep carry pocket clip on a smaller knife puts it in a position where it is uncomfortable. I can feel that it's there, but it doesn't bother me. It doesn't detract from the ergos of the knife. All the hardware has been done black with the exception of the thumb stud, which is in purple. I'm typically not a fan of purple, but on this knife, it works. It pops. It looks really well. I remember ordering this now, and I was like, oh yeah, I absolutely do like the look of that black and purple. So far, a little bit of cutting I've done with it has been great. You got a lot of straight and then just a little bit of belly. You can get way up on it like this because it's a smaller knife. You can still maintain good control. A lot of times when you get way up on the blade on a larger knife, you're past the handle. I've really started to gravitate to some of these smaller knives. And for a smaller knife, it is really comfortable in my hand. So we'll see how this is going to pan out over the course of the next couple weeks, but I haven't found much bad. But there always is a little bit of bad with the good. So let's turn this around and look at the very few little bad things that I've noticed. Guys, sorry, before we go to the bad stuff, one last thing. I wanted to mention the pocket clip tension on this is perfect for all pants. The pocket clip's not at all hot spot, like I said, and this pocket clip just seems to glide in and out of any type of pants. I'm wearing 511s now. I had track pants on when I put this in my pocket this morning at like 6, and I was wearing jeans when I took my kid to school. So I had zero problems in and out of pocket on any types of jeans. So now let's go ahead and get to the stuff, the flip side, the bad stuff. Now, when I say bad stuff, there's nothing really bad about this knife. The jimping on it is is basically just there for show. It doesn't do anything. That's not actual jimping. I'm not a fan of jimping in the first place, but if you're going to do it, it shouldn't just be there for aesthetics. It should be an actual functional thing. We talked about the pocket clip not being a hotspot. The one thing I will tell you is around the pocket clip, what you're going to see is on this aluminum oxide hard coat, it's going to catch scratches. It's going to kick up materials. Now, the good thing is you can always clean that off. It's really easy to clean, like when you bump into it and stuff, because aluminum oxide is abrasive. It's the same material we use for sharpening knives. It's harder than the steel in a lot of knives, a lot of times. And then your lanyard hole. Your lanyard hole is there, but that's not the biggest thing about it. Your two little eyes for your like surprised face on your knife, they don't have any screws for in here, and there's no extra screws in the box. I absolutely am going to say, if I have a knife that has a reversal pocket clip, if I decide to do it after a few months, you're going to have to clean those holes out. And just by having a couple of extra screws in there, you save yourself that trouble. It's basically like a placeholder. We filmed a couple videos on knives that have that. So it's just a little additional, 2 little screws could keep those holes a little bit cleaner. All in all, though, am impressed. I do like it. Jared suggested I get this one. I absolutely listened to him, and I'm glad I did. So there you go, guys. Just first day in pockets on the Kaiser Drop Bear. Let's turn this around, do some final thoughts. Guys, if Jared had not suggested this, I would not have gotten this. I got to say that first and foremost, because it didn't strike me aesthetically. I was like, whatever. And I knew it was a little bit smaller, but now that I've got it in hand, I once again, don't judge a book by its cover. This is very comfortable, very functional, great knife, superbly well made. So guys, that's pretty much it on this one. The struggle bus has arrived at my house. It has been a struggle to get stuff done and not sound like a complete idiot. So hopefully this comes out okay. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but please try to tell me why I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure you set it to all and make sure you've got notifications turned on your device, or they will not send you the 3. That's apparently all. Like if you do more than 3, they're like, well, we sent 3. That's all we send. So I don't know why it works like that. Likes are the best thing you can do for a channel. It pushes up the algorithm. YouTube is not recommending things the way they had. Things aren't working the way they were. And so hitting the like button shows YouTube that people find value in the content and it gets shared to other people. If you want to support the channel financially, there's a bunch of ways. I have a ton of affiliate links that are on Amazon. That's the tools and stuff you see at the bottom. If that's not what you're looking for and you're just going to do some shopping anyway, I would ask that you please just use the affiliate links. You just click on that and then search for the items you're looking for. It doesn't matter whether you're looking for vitamins or aprons. It really doesn't matter. I still get credit for it. Coffee Brand Coffee has a 5% discount for some of the best coffee you're going to get. That discount is associated with my affiliate link, or you can just type in the coupon code CrazySharp, all one word, and it'll get you 5% off. Doll Strong Knives has got knives that will match your decor. They have gorgeous knives. They have one of the largest selections of knives I have ever seen, and they're great knives. They've sent me a bunch of stuff. I have had 0 issues with any of them. If you want to support the channel a different way, I have a membership down below. It's all tier-based. Everyone has access to the Gilded server, which is just like Discord. All the members, baseline and premium tier members, are automatically entered at giveaways that I do on the Gilded server, and the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series that is on YouTube behind that paywall. So guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comments section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next video.